Leanne Cummings here from Crescendo Music Studios. You have learned to identify the musical alphabet and the note names on the keys in a previous Doodlecast. Today we're going to talk about how these keys match up with the staff. We will teach you how to read notes on a page. Let's first take a look at the keyboard one last time. The keyboard is broken up into groups of 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black keys, 3 black keys. You can see the pattern. Next, if we look at the 2 black keys, just below the 2 black keys, you will always find a C. Here's a C, here's a C, here's another C. So just to review, the musical alphabet goes something like this. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And then we do not continue with an H, we go back to A. So, quick review, the letters that we are reviewing today are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then the musical alphabet will start again with A. So as we continue to talk about the staff, I am going to presume that this note right here is middle C. We will call that one middle C. Let's now talk about the staff. The staff is broken up into 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the staff, we have 5 line notes. And we have 4 space notes. And this is what we call a treble clef. The treble clef is also known as the G clef because it wraps around the G line. In most piano teaching methods, we start to teach by learning the middle C note. So that's what we're going to do today. The middle C note sits just below the treble staff, and it sits right about there on the staff. And it always has a line right through the middle. We also know this in our group classes as kitty cat C because it has whiskers. The notes that sit on the lines can be remembered by saying every good boy does fine. Now let's talk about how these notes match up with our keyboard. So we said this is middle C. This note right here is the middle C note. So when you see this note on a page, we will always play middle C. The next line note skips up to E. So that one matches up with this key, which is E. The next one we skip up to G, and etc. We go up the staff from there. But let's back up a little bit. Let's go back to our middle C for a minute. This note is middle C. The next step up on the staff is this space note, and that is D. So we now have C, D, next is E, Next we have F, G, A, B, C. You get the idea. So now let's match those notes up with our keyboard. Here's middle C, and there's middle C. Then here is D, the next white key is D. Here's E, next white key is E. Here's F, next white key is F. G, A, B, and C. So when we go from a line note to a space note to a line note to a space note, we are stepping up the keys. So that looks something like this. And when we go from a space note to a space note to a space note, that looks something like this. Skip, skip. Now, when we go from a line note to a line note, like this, these are our line notes. Again, we're skipping from an E to a G to a B. All right, now it's time to talk a little bit about the bass staff, also known as the F clef, because it sits on the F line. Now, to identify middle C on the bass staff, it sits right on the top of the staff with a line going through it. So that is middle C, which matches up with our middle C on the keyboard. Of course, now when we go down from middle C on the bass clef, the notes are always going down on the keyboard. So this is middle C. The next note down would be a B. And then the next note down would be an A. And then the next note down would be a G. And the next note down would be an F. So let's review that one more time. C, B, A, G, and F. Now let's match those up with our keyboard. B matches up with this white note. A matches up with this white note. G matches up with this white note. And F matches up with this one. Here are a couple of tricks to review the note names on the staff, the bass staff. The lines are good boys, do, fine, always. And the spaces can be remembered by saying all cows eat grass. So now a quick review of our note names in the bass clef. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and middle C. Now let's put the bass clef and the treble clef staff together. All right, this is what the staff looks like with all of it put together. Usually you will see a bracket that joins the two staves together. And now we're going to put our treble clef in place, also known as the G clef, and our bass clef, also known as the F clef. And now we have what we call the grand staff. When we put the two together, it is called the grand staff. So middle C, if we're to play middle C in the treble clef, it's usually going to sit just below the treble clef. If we're to play it in the bass clef, it usually sits just above the bass clef. All right, now let's review our note names. We have middle C, and stepping up to D, stepping up to E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Now let's take a look at the bass clef. All right, we've got C, middle C, stepping down to B, A, G, F, and you get the idea. All right, now let's quickly review some memory phrases that are going to help us remember our note names. So the lines of the treble clef as a quick review. Every good boy does, let's try that again, fine. Some of us say it, every good boy deserves fudge, but we can remember it, every good boy does fine. Now, the bass clef lines, good boys deserve or do fine, always. Again, that's good boys do fine, always. Some of you may have learned it, good boys deserve.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.